part ways? Do we stop settling? Do we move around? Do I start looking for homes? Like, stop saying other shit and then, like, realize destroying me on this social.
When BLUEFACE recently proposed to Jaden, the internet went crazy. Chrisean was sharing her thoughts, and let's just say that she still has a lot of affection for BLUEFACE. You know that when Chrisean and BLUEFACE are together, chaos is bound to happen because of her emotional destruction and complete breakdown over the engagement. It appears that Chrisean is not in favor of BLUEFACE and Jaden's engagement.
For real, bro. Okay, so no. Now what?
When you think that BLUEFACE and Jaden can't get any wilder, they prove us wrong. It's an endless roller coaster. But now that it's a little out of control, if you're not up to speed, just when he proposed to Jaden, she said, yes, of course, duh, okay? There will be some drama soon, so grab your teacups and settle in. However, fans oppose the marriage, and since it's a massive, epic disaster in the making, we can all see it coming. What's especially strange is how quickly this contact happened. It seems like they were discussing the marriage on Twitter. When Jaden visited Chrisean and their child in Baltimore the day before BLUEFACE's flight, she naturally felt the same. She called BLUEFACE out and declared on Twitter that she was over him. She added that having fun in the studio or making a music video is... She also called him a deadbeat dad. She also announced her plan to leave Mill's company, adding, I do not support bullying, and anything on his page is no longer my consent. I'm sorry to all the fans, but I'm not with Mill anymore, she added. That's what BLUEFACE said. I just want my kids to be good. He went on, I'm sorry I didn't live up to your standards, Dad. But you know BLUEFACE isn't scared to act out and does it frequently because Jaden didn't help him when he was trying to make it in Hollywood. He said he would never settle with her. Jaden didn't encourage him or my music when he first started rapping. Sign the names of both my babies. These girls are already mature. I've tried to help others, but they always betray me. I'm not sure how to. This is why I didn't think she was serious when I first saw her in the studio. I was driven to prove that I wouldn't be nippy or P. Diddy. And he added, you went from being a good girl to a regular girl that fast. I apologize, but because I am so important to my kids' lives, I was unable to say F my son for you, my baby daddy. I'm sorry to disappoint you all. Following that, Jaden tweeted, I'm aware of my involvement in these women's lives. And I've always cheated, so I'm definitely a contributing factor. Cami is a weirdo, a liar, and a narcissist. But wow, I would just be acting sincere. If any woman forced me to choose between them and my children in just 3 weeks, they might as well commit suicide. How in the world did they go from dragging each other around for a nasty job to getting engaged? You can only imagine how shocked we were when the video of him popping the question went viral online. We all assumed they were just making jokes, but we didn't realize things had gotten so bad.
Y'all know this is one of my dreams, right?
Speaking just before he proposed. He said some incredible things about her, and I have to admit that they were true. Perhaps he is changing his ways and will begin looking after Jaden. Don't get me wrong, we're discussing BLUEFACE, and we all know how problematic he has been in the past. I will be hopeful and give him the benefit of the doubt that even though he has a messy tattoo and writing all over him, he is becoming a husband may have an effect. He didn't appear to be greatly impacted by parenting, but marriage might be, who knows? Nevertheless, followers don't believe this makeover story because they think, in case any of you missed it, since BLUEFACE just vowed to exact revenge on Chrisean, their connection has been difficult, particularly because he threatened her when she was expecting Chrisean Jr.
Look at me in his eyes. Like, you don't think I you and kick you in your stomach and you be for months? Like, Then he took my phone, made sure I wasn't recording and none of that. Like, all right, long story short, right? I try to get up. He like make one more step to the door. I'm up. Like, yo was like psychopathically weird. Like,
he flew to Baltimore to be with her and meet the baby, as I mentioned earlier, and she even agreed to appear in his music video for the song Baby Mama Drama. This was a significant, life-changing event for her. And she left BLUEFACE without taking any of the money she had with him because she was determined to end their relationship. Surprisingly, their relationship started to mend after she gave birth, and she asked him not to be present during the birth. The drama between BLUEFACE and Jaden, which led to their breakup and subsequent dragging on Twitter, started with this Walmart video. At the time, everyone was criticizing her for being a bad mother and failing to support her baby's head. Then he suddenly started acting appropriately and trying to treat her well. Giving the impression that he had moved on to Chrisean, BLUEFACE helped her by saying, "I know she's going through something. It's not easy. I will no longer treat her cruelly as my son's day is affected by her mental health." Instead, he pushed her to be more responsible and accountable this time. "Come on, I'm here," he said, adding that he wasn't done with Jaden and that they will reconcile. Changed suddenly when Chrisean Sean shared a FaceTime screenshot of herself and her partner, writing, "Who?" to imply that she was moving on with the new man she started. Does anyone else adore a man with temples and tattoos? We are all aware of BLUEFACE's hatred. We expect him to lose it quite soon when he approaches or simply chats to other males. Jaden said when she premiered her new single Barbie the day after. Chrisean's remark.
Wife B, this my D. Can't keep him with a baby, then you should've asked me. I'm in the front row, sis. Take the back seat.
Can't keep him with a baby, should've asked me. How you move and still outlast me, cook.
I'm going to let my guard down. I'm going to let my guard down for you, Chrisean said, refusing to publicly answer. But many people today think and understand that BLUEFACE wrote a song as a subtle jab at Chrisean, and that Jaden was only conveying his message. I'm afraid to say yes because Babyface's real name was Jonathan. And she had a tattoo of her new partner that said Mayboo's P instead of Jonathan's P. She also accused BLUEFACE of being a deadbeat, saying, "I swear Al Loki went back to my tomboy ISS to just avoid other people's fallen interest. Then I got a son. I'm his. I would be fixated and clinging. My affectionate side appears to have been switched off by his parents." This circumstance must have caused the BLUEFACEs, since I was too focused on supporting us to be a B with true sentiments. Big-time fans are speculating that this is the reason behind his unexpected proposal to Jaden, even though some believed he was just using Jaden to get even with Chrisean because he kept saying he wouldn't. However, it's not entirely out of the question because he frequently goes back to Jaden and causes friction between Jaden and Chrisean after he and Gon argue. This pattern has been observed repeatedly. When he threw, he essentially demonstrated that he was trying to get even with Chrisean * Sean. I can't say that no one has ever had my wife, because I have someone who hasn't dated anyone else. Looks like we're seeing Aaron in the same drama again. Whether BLUEFACE will actually get married is currently the most important question because BLUEFACE might not even attend the wedding. You are living a simple life if you are a lady with numerous baby daddies, which is similar to a pick one go box of connections that he has. Jaden, who has 2 kids, a baby daddy, and a ring, won me over because she is who she truly is. I must back you if you want to pursue these girls. The problem is that it's supposedly effective because Blue was hurt when he was craned out here because he feels the same way about Chrisean and everyone else who has more than one baby daddy. She thinks he's doing it to make her feel horrible. I handled it well, and I'm glad to listen rather than hear him go on and on and on about another man going out with her. Even though they were not formally communicating, Chrisean genuinely thought that she would be the one to whom he would pop the question, because she felt that their bond was stronger than anything he was doing with Jaden. Chanel thought that everything would be resolved as usual and return to normal. but people voiced their opinions and left comments suggesting that BLUEFACE, Jaden were not getting engaged and that it was time to have that tattoo taken off. I know it's not true, but Jaden got engaged, okay? And he doesn't want you to look dumb by using Chrisean, who hasn't won anything except sleepless nights with that. Chrisean and I both know that overuse of the term narcissist describes Chrisean and man BLUEFACE engaging in a risky game with one another. Jaden is a moron who supports the BSL, and emotional warfare is a thing. In your opinion, is BLUEFACE's proposal sincere? Do you think Chrisean wants BLUEFACE back and is having a mental breakdown over this? Please share your ideas in the comments section below after watching the video.